Hello and welcome to Learn Data. It's great to have you on this channel. I'm Nilesh and in this video we'll continue to learn about pandas. Here we'll look at the intuition behind the win type that we are going to use in the rolling window function. Additionally, we'll look at how to implement the win type in pandas and then also look at how we can use dot apply along with the rolling window to use a custom function. And finally, we'll look at how to visualize the effect of smoothing after we apply rolling window averaging to our dataset. So first I want to show you that in pandas there are a couple of methods that are available as shown on this slide. However, in this video series we are just going to look at three of them: Boxcar, Gaussian and Exponential. If you are interested in other methods that are listed here, please let me know in the comments below and I'll try to create a separate video for that particular method. In this video we are just going to look at overall intuition, how things work, and do the coding. In the next two videos after this we'll go into much detail of Gaussian and Exponential to kind of manually calculate using Python to see how the weights are calculated and how the mean and sum is calculated. So let's say if we are looking to calculate the rolling mean, and for that we have set a window size of 5 for our dataset. So when we set a window size of 5, it means we have 5 data points in that window. Now the first step is to calculate the weights, and to calculate the weights we need to choose a kernel. A kernel is an equation, as we see on the right hand side, for a Gaussian window, and we see another one for an exponential window. So when we choose a kernel, we can use that particular equation to calculate the values of weights. Now here x minus x mean is used just to center the points. Similarly, here x minus x median is used to center the points at 0. So we have one center point, that is the 0 point. Now once the weights are calculated, for mean we need to normalize them. So what we do is we divide the weights by the total of all the weights, so we get a normalized value such that the area under this curve equals 1. Here is an example of normalized weights that is calculated, and we see that these weights would represent how much weight or value should be put to the data point that exists next to it. So if you look at the data points in this column value, 12 should be given this value, then 22 should be given this weight, and then 12 should be given this weight that's here, and so on and so forth. So once we have the normalized weights, what we want to do is multiply these normalized weights with the value. So 12 into 0.0054489, and we get this value 0.65. so we do that for all other rows in that particular window, and then we sum the values after multiplication. So in this case it's 15.287. so that is the rolling mean for that window, and in this case we have the rolling mean as 15.28. Similarly, when we move to the next window, next 5 data points, we use the same window that we have created, move it down below. Again, we already have the normalized weights and only the values have changed, so we multiplied the normalized weights with the values and get these numbers, and finally we sum them to get the final sum, which is 16.91, and that's the next rolling mean value that we have calculated using the Gaussian window in this case. Now, similar to the mean, the dot sum works in the same way, except one big difference, that is the weights that are used to calculate the sum are not normalized. What I mean by that is, when we previously calculated the weights, the values were divided by the total of that weights. So the area under the curve was 1, but in this case we do not divide it by the sum of all the weights, and therefore the value under the curve could be more than 1. Okay, here we have these weights calculated. So the next step, as you've probably guessed, is multiply the value here to which the window function is applied, and then get these values, which are multiplication values, and then we add those up, and here we get 37.97. That's the rolling sum for that window. And here, if you notice, the sum of the weights is 2.48, which is greater than 1. Now when we slide the window down one row, again we can apply the same window function that we have already created, for which we do have the weights. All we have to do is multiply the weights with the values and get this column, sum that column to get 42.01, and that's the next rolling sum. So this is the process to calculate the rolling mean or rolling sum using different types of win type within the rolling function command in Pandas. Now the other functions that were listed in that slide, the method of calculating the weights would be different, and the equations or kernel used would be different to calculate those values, and hence the rolling sum or the rolling mean values would also differ. Let's now get into Jupyter Notebook and see how we can calculate these values and get rolling sum and rolling mean for Gaussian, Boxcar, and Exponential. Here I've already created a new notebook and imported the 3 libraries, NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. For data, I've just have this one small data frame with one column A. So let me go ahead and run these two. Let's look at how we can use the dot apply function along with the rolling. So with dot rolling, and this is where we can use create a custom function. So to create a function, let's create a function square, which takes in one value x, and it returns only one value, which is the square sum of squares for x. Now the data frame that we have, let's see how the data frame looks. So we have this data frame df, and what we are going to do is create another column a underscore apply, and that's telling we are using apply function, and df open square brackets in quotes we have a dot rolling window is equal to 3, and here we say dot apply and just specify the name of the function. And now when we look at the data frame, we get a value back, which performs the operation that's in here. So for this, it's actually taking these 3 values, so 34 squaring it, and then 2 squaring it, and then we have 99, and then squaring that, and the output is 10961. And that's how the apply function can be used with a rolling. Moving on, let's look at the win type that we talked about when we looked at the slides. So in win type, here the command is the same. So I'm going to go back up run this again. Sorry, not this one. So we have the data frame back, original data frame. So here now df underscore, sorry, df open square bracket xbx. Now when we are trying to apply a boxcar, we would type is equal df and the column we are interested in, so which is this one, rolling window is equal to 3 and win underscore type is equal to boxcar, and we are calculating mean, so dot mean. And when we run the df, here we now should get the mean, which is the boxcar mean for the column that's here. Now as you saw in the slide, the weights are automatically calculated by this rolling command when we specify the win type boxcar. So boxcar is just a rectangular function, and so it's constant for constant weight for all of them. So what I mean by that is, if we have 34, so it would be 34 into 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 99 into 1, and then we want to divide that by 3 and you get 45. So that's how the boxcar works. And therefore if you have already started thinking, it is similar to the regular mean. So if I remove this win type from the rolling, and here if I just put x for the mean, the regular mean that we calculate, you can see that the boxcar mean is the same as regular mean that we calculate using the dot mean function. Now moving on, let's look at how we can calculate the Gaussian mean. So the only change you'll have to do is type Gaussian here, and we'll go ahead and change the name of the column to save this value. And when we run this, the Gaussian mean should come, but let's talk about this error. Gaussian window requires standard deviation. So when we are using Gaussian, we have to specify the standard deviation. Let's put this as 1. Now here we can see that we have successfully calculated the Gaussian mean just by this command, just one line of code, and it has automatically gone and calculated the Gaussian kernel, got the weights, and use those weights to multiply with these values to get the output that we see here. That's pretty awesome. Now moving on, we can also look at how the exponential works. Exponential, and again, as similar to Gaussian, here we need to specify additional information, that is tau. So we'll specify tau is equal to 1 and change the name of the column to xea maybe. And when we run this, we now have the exponential mean for the column A in the column xea. So this is how the means rolling means can be calculated in different ways. It's generally used in maybe if you are looking at stocks or in signal processing. There are other functions, as you saw in the slide in earlier. You can run those in similar way by just changing this word, but then the use cases would be different for those. Now similar to mean, we can also go ahead and calculate sum for each of those. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this right here, and just if we change the sum right here, if we change this to sum, and because this is, let's put this as Gaussian, and because it's Gaussian we need to put standard deviation there. Now when we calculate the sum, let's put s there and change this to xgs. Okay, so the df now will have the sum values for the both the Gaussian method and the exponential method. So the rolling is really important function, and it can help you do this type of smoothing operation in a very easy one line of code. And if you are wondering about the intuition about what happens in the background, we are going to look at that in the following two videos. I will go through the Gaussian and the exponential in much detail. Finally, let's visualize the data that we have just created. And first we'll go ahead and plot plt.plot df dot index df dot, we'll plot the column A, which is our regular, and we'll label this. Label is equal to original data, and then we can go ahead and add 4 more plots to this. One is our x, which is the normal running mean, and the next one is the Gaussian mean, which is the xgx and xgx, and let's label this as Gaussian. And then finally we have xea, that is the exponential mean. Exponential mean, this is Gaussian mean, and this is original data. Now when we plot this, we should also go ahead and add legend and plt.show. So here we can now see that the smoothing of the data is in a different way. So if you have more data points, you'll be able to see the differences more clearly, but here we just have a couple of data points, so therefore there's too much noise in there. But as you can see that this peak right here that was much higher, up to 100, it is now reduced by all these methods to around between 40 and 60. And so that's what the smoothing helps us do. It tries to minimize the spread and makes the data or the plot look much smoother, and that could be easier to use in further analysis because it has lesser noise. That's it for this video. In the next video we'll continue learning about pandas rolling function, and we'll look at the Gaussian and exponential methods in next two videos. If you enjoy this content, please like, share and subscribe. It tells me that you are enjoying it, learning it, and I should be making more videos of this type. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.